Hi, Miss Edwards friends, and welcome back to Story Time. Today we're going to be reading a story called The Button Story. Now this is a special kind of book. It doesn't have words on the pages, so we're going to talk about what's happening. Okay. Now, this little boy, we're going to give him a name. We're going to call him AJ. Okay? Now, AJ was wearing a green sweater with red buttons. Is anybody wearing buttons today? I'm not. I don't have buttons on today. And look, the button was coming loose and it came off. So he threw it in his bag. Now look at his bag. It has towels, flip-flops, sunscreen, a shovel. Where do you think AJ is going? Maybe to the beach? He is going to the beach, and he took out his button and he used it. Can you see his button? There it is, right there in the castle at the beach. There's also a starfish. Remember we talked about starfish in class? They're shaped like a star. They have 5 arms, and if they lose one of their arms, they can grow another one back. But look, the tide came in and washed the button off the castle and into the ocean, where it is going to be eaten by a blue whale. See, he's inhaling all those fish, like our breathing techniques. But then he blows water out of his blowhole and blows out the red button, where it's caught by a big bird. Do you know what this bird is called? It starts with a P. Pelican. The pelican gets the red button in his beak and drops it where it is picked up by Mr. Crab. Mr. Crab picks up the button and puts it inside the bottle, and the bottle floats out on the ocean a long way from where it is warm to where it is cold. Now, how do we know it's cold? Well, we see it snowing. We see the tip of maybe an iceberg. We see some friends here. Looks like a white polar bear and a penguin, and they live where it's cold. They pick up the red button and play with it. But look in the background. What's back there? Somebody has landed a hot air balloon. While playing with the button, the button goes into the basket on the hot air balloon. Now you see they have these bags here. They're usually filled with sand. So when they put the hot air in, they cut the bags off to make the balloon go up. The penguin and the polar bear wave goodbye to the red button. I don't see it, so maybe it's inside. And we see a map here that the red button is coming from way north back to North America, where we live. And the button fell out of the hot air balloon basket onto the ground. Now we see that it's fall here because we can see the leaves are different colors. And maybe they're at a hot air balloon festival because there are several hot air balloons. Look at this lady. She's walking her dog and he sees the button on the ground. He picks it up in his mouth, and it looks like when they got home, he gives it back to her. What do you think she'll do with the button? I wonder if I wonder what kind of a job she has. Look, she's a teacher, and she puts the red button into the button center. Maybe they sort the buttons, or count the buttons, or use them for art projects. And there's our friend AJ, and he found the red button. What do you think he's going to do with it? I don't know. AJ gives the button to his mom, and look, she sews it back on his sweater. And here's AJ. He's eating a banana and reading a book. Can you see the book? It's the Button Story. Now, this story was written and illustrated by the same person. So that means she wrote the words and she drew the pictures. Debbie Weekly Kirkland. And she is married and a devoted mother who calls Oklahoma her home, which is kind of our neighbor to the north. Thank you for joining me today, and hopefully I'll be sending you another video tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends.